even noticed.
Yeah.
But if you're out there, good morning to all of you.
Good afternoon if you're streaming, or good evening.
Anytime. Yeah.
People can time travel, and
it could be good midnight.
It
could be good midnight,
and you can get high, stoned whenever you want. Right? It's a free world.
Yeah.
Still in 2019.
Well, I don't know how much longer we have as a free world.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is Coyote and the Lip, Barcelona City FM 107.3. And Coyote, how are you?
Good. I think.
You think?
I think I'm good. Yeah.
You're not sure? What's the matter, man?
I'm just, yeah.
Well, come on, express yourself. Tell me. Use your words.
It's a crazy world, man. It's a crazy world.
Yeah.
It seems like every year is another layer of craziness.
I can't really keep up with the news lately. It's too weird.
Have you stopped engaging in the news? Because I'm thinking about
I'm watching it through the comedy guys. I'm watching all the comedy guys, but even they are like starting to get them. It's like too much for me.
I'm thinking about doing that. Well, I cut it out of my life.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of things in my life that are good. There's a lot of positivity.
But the news is just negative.
The news is
the world is negative. It's just zone out,
right?
Tune out.
By the way, when you want to tune out, you should go to Co.
Yes,
because Co has great food
and drinks
and teas and juices and
beers
and
cocktails.
So if you go in there and you tell them that you heard about them on our show, Kike will give you a beer for free.
Yeah.
So try and do it, people, because I don't think anyone's done it yet.
No, a lot of people. I was there the other day. I did it like 10 times in a row. I bring in my bag. I have 10 disguises.
Yeah.
And I go in and I have 10 beers.
Nice. So, anyways, we took care of our sponsorship.
Yeah.
So, how are you, Mark? How was your New Year's?
Good. Tranquilo.
Yeah. Where were you? For New Year's?
I was here mostly.
You were here? Okay.
Yeah. I went to Montserrat for a few days, but
right.
At the end, but it was cool.
You went to Harriet's house, no?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Mountains, but it was very, very cold. It was like 4 degrees, -4 at night, -5. It was horrible because it's very nice and clear. You can see the stars and the sky and the mountains, but it was too cold to be outside very long.
Right. Okay.
Unless you were like drinking whiskey or something, which I wasn't doing. So
you weren't doing it?
No, I was pretty straight.
I had a natural wine New Year's.
Natural wine, organic.
Yeah, organic, natural stuff, and they just kept serving it like more and more and more. So by the end, I was feeling pretty good. But the next day, I woke up, no hangover, because I'm not.
That's great.
I wasn't having all those sulfites in my.
And speaking of the sweetness of wine,
yes. Yes, I forgot to introduce Christina.
How are you? Happy New Year.
I'm fine. Happy New Year to you as well.
See, the guys just started talking. And then we forgot about the ladies.
It's our show.
Well, it's her show too.
I want to make sure she knows that.
It's her show
this is our show. She can't just come in with questions.
You're such an old-fashioned guy.
What to tell him? Huh?
I've been reformed.
You've been reformed.
I've been brainwashed.
You're like a full-on feminist now, aren't you?
I've always been. I was at one of the first women's marches in Washington D.C.
Were you?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. Were you
only because my girlfriend
Donald Trump?
only because my girlfriend made me go.
No, I went to a women's march on DC.
Very big.
When I was in college, I went down with all women and me.
Yeah. I would go with all because it was very, very clear.
I went to Oberlin College. You know Oberlin?
Okay.
No, I don't know.
You never heard of Oberlin?
Yeah. I'm just lying.
Yeah, well, they're one of the PC schools.
Whenever you say that you know something, I always say that doesn't exist.
That's good, Mark. That's good
we
for
hate
our relationship.
Yeah,
I love that.
But Christina, how are you?
I'm fine. We came back now from vacation, so I'm feeling really relaxed, and I'm ready for the new year.
Great. Let's talk about football.
Okay. Thank you.
Maybe we should talk about football.
What's there to talk about? Messi's winning, and the FC Barcelona is the best team in the world,
and Real Madrid are doing horrible.
And yeah, exactly. So that's
same as always.
Yeah. Maybe we should
play a song.
Yeah, let's play a song. Let's listen to a song because we just listened to David Lynch. Right?
Great,
that was pretty cool.
Killer. And the next song is an old song that we love.
Okay,
it's about Jesus because we are both very into Jesus.
I am very.
This is the Coyote and Lip Born Again show.
Yes, it is.
And old classic, 80s, 90s classic.
Personal Jesus.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 90s.
90s.
This is Personal Jesus, and we'll be right back to be your personal Jesus.
Depeche Mode.
Yes.
Reach out, touch faith. Someone to be your friend, someone who cares. You're wrong, personal, Jesus. Someone to be your friend, someone who's there. Feeling unknown and you're all alone. Blessed by the telephone. Lift the receiver, I'll make you a believer. Takes the best, put me to the test. Things are riches, you need to confess. I want to live, you know I'm a forgiver. Reach out, touch faith. Reach out, touch faith. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to be your friend, someone who cares. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to be your friend, someone who's there. Feeling unknown and you're all alone. Blessed by the telephone. Lift up the receiver, I'll make you a believer. I'm going to live, you know I'm a forgiver. Reach out, touch your own personal Jesus. Reach out, touch faith. Reach out, touch faith. Reach out, touch faith. Reach out, touch faith. Reach out and touch faith.
We are back.
Yeah. Can you hear yourself in?
I can't hear myself, but
I can't hear myself
in the headphones.
I think I can't hear myself. Maybe I need to turn it up.
Can you twiddle your knobs?
I twiddle. Oh wait, what's that? That sounds like something. Anyway, how are you, Mark?
Good.
We're still here, man. That was good.
Did you wake and bake?
I did actually today. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Really.
Did you twiddle
my niddle? What?
Yeah, no, nothing.
No, you don't want to.
Just having fantasies.
Okay, about me and marijuana.
Well, you see in the UK now, if you want to watch porn,
right?
They have a new law.
Okay.
That you have to use your government ID.
No.
To log in to watch Pornhub or RedTube. No. Yeah. See, it's a new law.
I can't believe that.
It's a new law.
I don't believe you, man.
It's a new law starting like at the end of this month.
Why?
Because to keep young people from watching pornography. So you have to be 18. I think it's 18 this year, or maybe 16.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, man.
I can't believe that. That's
Can you
crazy.
imagine that? You're a kid and you're deprived of pornography?
Yeah, right? I mean, what are you supposed to? Yeah, you have to use your imagination.
Well, you remember the old days you would find the porn in your dad's room or something?
Yeah. I found the
alcohol, and the drugs,
the giant cassettes. You know, he hid them under a drawer.
Oh yeah,
like I had to reach under there and pull them out, and then I put them on, and I put them back always carefully.
I remember I found porn in my house on the reel-to-reel tapes.
Really?
So my parents left. I had to get out the real projector, do the tape. It was old fashioned. It was like it took like 20 minutes to set up. That's dedication.
That was
dedication to masturbation.
Yeah, there you go, man. There you go.
Hey, that's a good shirt.
Dedication for masturbation. You know what? I made a shirt. I didn't wear it today, but it says "Evils" in the Levi's logo.
Oh, cool.
So it looks like Levi's.
Yeah.
But it says "Evils."
Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah. I love
because
that
all
shirt.
big companies are pretty evil.
Well, yeah. Most of and also all trends are pretty evil. I mean, people wearing everybody. I told my whole thing with the Levi's, man, where I see everybody wearing Levi's shirts everywhere.
It's crazy,
and they're all over the city.
Should be outlawed.
So I wear mine out now, and I'm very proud. I'm like pushing it out, saying "Evils."
Do you think
you don't seem impressed?
Yeah, no.
It was made for me by
it takes a lot
my brother
for me to impress me.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
No, but like, what do you think about this whole fashion thing going on right now?
This fashion thing going on right now.
It's still going on. No socks.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
I did it over the summer to try it. It's pretty awesome. It's comfortable, man.
Yeah. So you're into it then. You like it.
Yeah, but I don't like I can't deal with the hipster look. You?
No.
What don't you like about it?
I don't know exactly. To be honest, whatever makes you comfortable, you can wear it. I don't care. I couldn't care less. But yes, sometimes I'm like, dude, no, that thing.
Christina needs to be more evil.
Yes,
right?
Maybe.
You're too nice. You're too nice.
I'm too nice.
You got to be more cynical like us.
Yeah.
Get burned a few times along the way. Because I mean, what do you think of these like long pointy beards that everyone has? Because that's everywhere.
No,
you don't like it.
I don't like it when everybody looks the same for no reason.
Yes, but again, it's not a thing of this generation. Like always, the people like they're following the fashion, even if it's 60s, 70s, 80s.
Sure. Yeah.
Even you appreciate it more. But again, they're all the same.
Oh, there's the doorbell.
Whoa.
Yeah. So maybe we're gonna play another song before our guest gets in here.
Yeah, a big song.
Okay, let's play a big song. What do you think is a big song, Christina?
I have here The Way You Used to Do.
Sure, I don't know what that is, but who's it by?
It's Queens of the Stone Age.
Ah, okay, right. Okay, well, we're gonna listen to Queens of the Stone Age while we let our guest in right now. This is Barcelona City FM, Coyote and the Lip.
Just like an arms and let's do a perfect match. Learn to love. We run when no one could find us. Yeah, we outrun everyone. But it doesn't matter now. Just come and love me how like the way you used to do. This love mental disease, a lucky fever dream, time with either. Take back to monsters who will terrorize normalcy. If the world exploded behind us, I've never understand it done. But nobody there can find us. I'll bury anyone who does. But it doesn't matter now. Just come and love me how like the way you used to do. The way you used to do. A puppet on a string, say la vida. So lay your hands across my beating heart. If the world exploded behind us, but never understand the done. But nobody there can find will bury anyone does. But it doesn't matter now. Just come and love me how, like the way you used to do.
We're back.
Okay.
Live at Coyote and the Lip show.
Yes, on 107.3 Barcelona City FM.
Wow, you remember those numbers?
I did. And I also remember our sponsor, who was around the corner on Pujades and Roc de Boronat or whatever. What's the street?
I don't know.
Anyway, and they have good food, and you should go there. And that's okay. So we got all that out of the way. And our guest is here.
John Mann.
John Mann.
John the Man.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm all right. Yeah. No, it's good to see you, man.
Likewise. It's been like almost 8 months, I think, ish.
Yeah. Since I've seen you?
I think so. A little over 8 months
Where
ago.
did we see each other last?
You guys had that show downtown in Gotico at that place. Remember those two women came in and sang with you guys?
The Cobra.
The Cobra.
La Cobra.
La Cobra.
Yeah. Those two
Great
women
show.
who were like at the Liceo or something.
Yes,
They were like
exactly.
opera stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was cool, right?
Fantastic. They just dropped in off the street. Actually, I want to tell you, I pulled them in.
Did you?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that's right. He saw them outside.
Oh, well done.
I was hawking you guys.
Well done. Yeah, they were.
And now they're fans because they ask all the time when we're playing.
Right.
They were so sweet.
Yeah, they were sweet.
Really great energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind
So
of
that was
like
awesome.
our assistant. Do you like our lovely assistant?
She seems very professional.
She's very.
Oh,
that's not what you said a minute ago, John. Off the air.
See,
that's good.
That's the best compliment ever.
There you go. All right, Christina.
So, John, you were. What was that quote that you were in the newspaper? And the quote was, "You're an every man's."
Every man.
You were a Swiss knife of
Swiss Army knife.
A Swiss Army knife of creativity.
Yeah, right. A Swiss
I like
Army
that line.
knife.
That's good. Are you really?
Well, I'm old, so I've done a whole lot of different things, and so I bring all that to the table, and they all kind of add up. I guess.
Okay.
I was in university. I have a degree in illustration from Cal State Long Beach, Southern California. Strong Beach, baby.
Shout out.
Home
Long
of Snoop Dogg.
Anybody listening from there?
I have no idea.
Okay, well,
But my
shout
friend
out to you.
Steve, Stephen Kennedy Lynn, if you're out there, I love you.
All right. you go.
And during that time, I was studying illustration and doing any kind of job that came my way having to do with art. So I did a lot of signage that ended up paying a lot of rent and painting portraits of people's businesses. I mean, everything, t-shirt design, this, that, the other. And then through an interesting series of events, I ended up running with toy inventors. And I was doing sculpture for toy inventors toward the end part of my studies.
How did that work?
Sculpting in clay and different kinds of synthetic putties.
Or something? Or?
Basically working for toy inventors, helping them build prototypes with sculptures, as well as helping them build the actual models. So creating mechanisms that work little toy things and plastics and glue and sculpting things and making molds and
Are we
pouring
talking,
resins and painting.
are we talking sex toys or
Say again?
sex toys?
No sex
Okay.
toys. Actual little children's toys. They would,
But they can be used as sex toys.
Come on.
I'm not going to
Okay.
promote that, but I
Yeah,
guess you
okay.
could use anything.
And next week, Louis C.K. will be on our show.
Right. Yeah, we were just arguing about Louis C.K. a minute ago.
No argument. I don't think he's very good.
Right. Okay. But I think he is. So.
Not my style.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
So,
So you doing? So you were
Okay.
drawing. You were helping with toy prototypes, and then you got into film at some point.
Well, I was doing the sculpting and the model making and the helping the small inventors come up with concepts that then they would try to sell to like Mattel or Tomy or whomever. I didn't want to stay there for two reasons. One, I knew that the jobs would eventually all go to China. And they did. And the other is when you're in the toy industry, you end up doing cute. That's what they call it, doing cute. So people end up, after years and years of doing this stuff, all you can do is kind of cute. And, I went through 7 years of college. The first 3 was engineering.
Right.
The last 4 was art. I didn't want to just end up only drawing cute.
And cute means cute. Cute means
Little
just
roundy eyes, little
right,
kids,
right.
because everything has to be roundy, so it doesn't like hurt little
Right.
children's skin and stuff. So everything's roundy and cute, and that's just what you do.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
That's called. He does good cute. I say things like that.
Wow.
So I wanted to do something more mature, of course, and then along the line, as I said, I took many different jobs, and one of the jobs along the way was I helped this fella with a storyboarding gig. Doing a Saturday morning cartoon called RoboCop. You might remember if you're old.
That was before the movie?
After the movie.
After the movie.
Yeah, after the
Okay.
movie. Super cheesy Saturday
Yeah.
morning, the old bad stuff.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm talking about. Everyone's moving like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I did that, and then later, much later, there was this opening that they contacted at this advertising agency. They wanted to get a recent graduate from local colleges for an in-house storyboarding gig at an advertising agency. This place called Foot Conan Building in West Los Angeles.
All right. How was that?
That was working on commercials hardcore for almost 2 years.
Okay. Did you
Learn the
keep your
ropes.
soul?
Learn the ropes.
Did you lose your soul a little bit? Did you feel
They
yourself?
tried to steal that later, many years later after I got into film, and I could have sold it,
Okay.
but that's why I left in 2003.
Okay. And where did you go in 2003?
A classic story. I chucked it all, got rid of 4 motorcycles and my house and everything,
Went traveling.
divested, traveled for 5 years.
Nice.
First thing I did was I drove my motorcycle through the Western US and Canada for a year.
Nice.
And, beautiful nature. Just,
The U.S. is great to
Hey,
driving
man,
across.
the left side, the West is the best, man. There's some beautiful nature out there.
Yeah. Yeah. For
And
now.
then,
for now, until they start chopping it down or tearing it up or doing whatever Trump's trying to do. Yeah. Anyway.
the eternal struggle.
Yes.
The eternal struggle. Yeah.
To save nature.
So you went to you drove your motorcycle across country, kind of in the Northwest.
Well, the Western U.S. and Canada, I just zigzagged through the whole thing because I didn't know if I was ever going to come back. I know I was going to leave. And before I left, I wanted to see all that stuff and have the proper motorcycle tour
Yeah.
I'd been dreaming about my whole life. So I was living off the motorcycle for a year.
What kind of motorcycle?
The best motorcycle in the world. That's a BMW Boxer.
Okay.
Oh,
R70. This was an R1100 RS.
okay.
Beautiful sport tourer.
Mm.
Boxers. Oh, man. I like driving planes.
But in traffic, not really. If you're in the city, then-
You can't cut as well as with bikes that don't have those cylinders poking out, but they do fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they do all right.
So after the West Coast, after you got stuck,
Then I
on the
flew
rubber
to Thailand to live there for a year and a half.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
And I was making large paintings and murals there. The greatest luxury, even though I had a chunk of cash in the bank, I wasn't staying in luxury places. It was pretty budget. My greatest luxury was I did whatever the hell I really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And there, it turned into, I'm going to make these large paintings, these large canvases and murals. Oh, cool. So that's where the spirit, quote unquote, led me. And so that's what I did.
Nice.
And then I needed to leave there because I think I was going to make music then next. And so where was I going to do that? And through a lot of different things I could describe, I ended up in Krakow in Poland.
Nice.
Where I put on a music show, and I was producing and directing a stage show where my band, of course, headlined every night, every time. But it was a really good show. We even actually, it was, we got funding from the state because we brought it.
Do we have any of his music? Did you?
Yeah, we're gonna play a song.
Yeah.
From,
this is the new band that you guys have up
this
there.
is the John Mann Tarpac Strip Grease.
John Mann Tarmac Strip Grease.
Nice.
The name of the band.
That's the name of the band?
Yes.
Wow.
And the name of this song is Sick Dog.
Sick Dog. Can we listen to Sick Dog, Christina? All right. We're gonna listen to Sick Dog by the John Mann Stripped Grease. What is it?
Tarmac Strip Grease.
Tarmac Strip Grease. Love it. All right, here it is.
Went by your house, but I did not see a thing. Called you on the telephone, guess you did not hear it ring. Went through your home, that smelled like rotten flesh. Can't seem to get to you. I think my hair's a mess. Don't worry, baby. Don't sweat your pride. Don't give me the time of day. Just watch me curl up and die. Don't give me no reason. Can't give me no clue. Just tell me what I might have been or should have. Sit down next to you. Don't worry, baby. Don't sweat no pride. Don't give me the time. Let's watch me curl up and die. Don't give me no reason. Don't give me a clue. Don't tell me what I'm not happy. Just you do. Sit down next to you.
We're back.
Yeah, well, we're back, but I
That
think
was
is
pretty
the
rockin'.
song still playing, or is it?
I don't know.
Oh, it is playing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool. Yeah, I just wanted to come in because we were having a great
'Cause you were just-
conversation,
Yeah, we were.
and I didn't want to let that all go to waste.
But now we have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, 'cause I can't even remember what we
We were
were
talking
talking
Let's
about-
talk about venues.
Venues. That's what he wanted to talk
And
about.
crowd
right.
hate.
Crowd hate. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
No,
right.
that's the subsection by this gentleman over here.
I'll bring in the hate.
Okay, so what is the deal with venues in Barcelona?
Well, that's a good question. That's why we're going to talk about it. What
Okay.
is the deal?
Yeah.
There's I call it the Catalan mafia.
Okay.
And there's this energy, this capping energy.
Right.
You walk in and it feels more like you're walking into a government office than it is to a venue. Like politics first, keep in your seat, chill out. It has nothing to do with you. We're in charge. Now try to enjoy some music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see. I mean, it's very, everything is very like there's rules for everything.
God, it's like peanut butter in every single part of your skin. It's just like this oppressive downward motion of energy.
And it's also like entertainment city. It's like Las Vegas in a way, like people, the crowd wants to be entertained. On one hand, there's the scene of people who want to be entertained. And, and as a musician, you're hired as an entertainer, not as a musician or as an artist. Then on the other side of that, there's kind of like the local scene, which is, I find, even though I have many friends in that and they've been very helpful to me, it's very inclusive.
Yeah.
Like in the local Catalan people, scene here, there's a lot of good indie stuff and weird stuff going on, artistic stuff, but they don't include other people very much.
Correct.
Or not enough.
Correct.
And I told that to my friends who are in that scene.
I have some other friends in other bands.
And
here,
I told them.
I mean, you just have to go to a jam session here to see how people are, because they're really not inviting to
not open.
No,
that's what I'm talking about. There's no open energy in it.
Right.
When I walk into a venue, I have a full show right now that I could put on.
But you can't.
And it's already proven. And people were like, when are you going to play again?
Right.
It's really good. This is really fun because my shows aren't about me.
Right.
My shows unify the entire group.
Right.
But I can't find a space to put that on in because before you even walk in, they are killing that energy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and it's a bummer.
Like one of my favorite rooms in the city is Tinta Roja, but the people there are idiots. That's
what I'm saying. You walk in, it's like you're walking into a government office. The first thing is politics. Second thing is sit down and shut up.
They show you like a 12-page contract to sign before you can even.
It's like the opposite of what people really want to enjoy, and also it excludes people.
Right.
That's part of why I think they do it.
Right.
There's like 1,000 little fiefdoms here, and they all want to control their little borders.
So you feel like if you're Catalan, you don't have those problems.
I have no idea because I'm not Catalan.
Right.
I have no idea what the Catalans
How long have you
think.
been living in Barcelona?
Well, that's an interesting question because, as you know, I travel a lot for work.
Right.
So, like, out of living here, trying to live here for 4 years, I've probably been here for 2.5.
Okay.
So I'm gone back.
Because we're old timers, me and Mike.
You guys,
we're going on to 16 years.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, you tell me, man. What's your insight?
Well, I mean, there's been.
I understand the good part, but how can it be fixed? Where's the venue that has the energy that allows the buoyancy?
Yeah.
Which, for some weird reason, is very difficult.
Because I think you have those two layers. You have the
Mark.
layer
What's a specific place though? Think of something because I can't.
I can't really think of any because if you ask me crazy in where it is in San Francisco or Portland or LA, I can still tell you where to go.
Yeah.
But here, there's there's an entertainment level, and there's a level of like there's a exclusiveness, whether it's from the scene or from the
I think there's
venues.
1,000 little fiefdoms, and they all kind of close in and keep their little control mechanism going. And
I mean, I can tell you all day long, any place you want to go to hear a standard set list of covers that entertain people and are fun. I do that every week. I play there.
No, I'm not looking for that.
Exactly.
I'm looking for that thing that when you walk into it, your energy lifts.
Well, Rock and Roll is one bar that
Cafe Rock and Roll.
Yeah, Cafe Rock and Roll does stuff, but it's
pretty small.
It's small,
tiny.
It's
tiny, and
that's
they don't
the
make
problem.
any money.
When I make this show happen, it's going to grow really big, really fast.
Right.
And I'm looking for a place that actually deserves that energy.
Sure.
And I've yet to find it. Every time I walk in, it's like, look up and down. You got the, government specs, what's your politics and what's going on and who are you? And by the way, like you said, sign this contract.
Right.
Whoa, man, I'm just coming in for a beer.
I got the
rock
answer.
and roll.
I got the answer. We should all become house DJs.
What? Wait a minute.
No, but that's hip hop. I like it, but that's okay. But house, imagine that. House is really big here, apparently.
Oh, you're saying
house
to
music.
just change our whole music taste. Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
No, I mean,
Pardon me, I just
sell out,
vomited
man.
on my shoes.
Sell out. It's just sell out, full on. So fighting it.
Yeah, instead of fighting it, just give in.
Look,
that's what
DJs have saved my life, but I'm not going down that road, man. Too many DJs.
Yeah, no, I really don't know. I really can't answer your question as a 16-year veteran,
16-year-old
veteran of Barcelona.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know, man. I really
I mean, Tinta Roja would be like the perfect place if it wasn't for the owners.
exactly.
It's a perfect place for a lot of things.
Tinta Roja is really cool. It's in
You know,
Puebla Sec.
I have been there. I've seen the Near
back
Death
room.
Ensemble.
No,
Mm.
you played
No.
in Roja.
No,
No,
different
you're talking
Roja.
about Magia Roja.
That's right. I'm sorry. I
I'm playing
apologize.
there next Friday.
Yeah,
by
he's
the way.
playing next Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
no,
Tinta Roja is
Tinta
like a
Roja
David
is-
Lynch type of.
It's a really cool
Modelo
place.
sort of. It's
Really weird.
the best.
It's
It's got a whole back
Champlain.
room. It's in Puebla Sec, where I live.
I think I've walked in there because
Yeah.
I checked it out.
It was a back room.
venue.
It's really
a
cool.
Don't they have a comedy club, a comedy troupe that plays there?
Yeah, they have
Different
comedy and they have improv.
Yeah,
nights
but it's like a
there.
bordello.
But I think it looks like a bordello.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's not treated like one. Yeah. Smell what?
Yeah.
Oh, and we did the filming of the Erica Lust movie in there too.
Yeah.
It's a place. Yeah, we played live in this porno movie in this feminist.
I
porno
saw you
thing.
guys posted something about that. I looked at some of the footage. It looked
Yeah.
pretty trippy.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the name of that movie?
You guys
Let's
had
find
good
out.
smiles
I
on
don't
your
know the
face.
name.
We're in a porn movie. We don't even know the name of it.
Well, I
It's a
don't
big
think-
one too. It's a
Yeah.
A true porno.
a legitimate.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We had a guy getting blown right in front of us.
Oh no! Well,
Yeah.
that's great.
Like, yeah, buddy.
Oh, that's just wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm really bummed I missed that.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll
And
call
it was
us back.
and that was feminist porn.
It was feminist. It was feminist porn. The guy getting blown.
That's cool. I support that whole concept of feminist porn. I want to see some good feminist porn.
Yeah,
I wanna see a good
She's
story.
the best. Erica Lust
Sexy
is
stuff.
the queen
right. She is.
of feminist.
Shout out
porn
to
in
Erica
Europe.
Lust.
She's
Yeah,
where
right on,
she's
sister.
from.
She's from Sweden, I think,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
she lives here.
She lives
for a
here
long
and
time,
lives-
a
yeah,
long
yeah.
time here.
I've yet to see any, but I completely support the whole direction.
yeah. I do too.
Real sex,
Right.
real love,
Exactly.
Yeah.
but hot.
Hot sex.
Yes.
But not necessarily hot people. I mean, they could.
Well,
be
I don't
hot
know.
in their own
Yeah,
way.
but
is that a
Right.
prerequisite in feminist porn? Is that everyone's ugly?
No, it's real. It's real.
Maybe
though.
I don't
It's
like
real.
it.
But they have real body types. They
Real
have
body
like,
types.
there's
I've
all
never
sorts.
been a implant guy.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
down
exactly.
with it. I'm down with natural.
Yeah.
Every time I think of implants, I think of our old drummer, Marco, because
Oh yeah.
he's the only guy I've ever met that really likes
He admits
implants.
It. Yeah.
I don't know any guys who like that.
Yeah. it's true.
I've never met any.
It always left me like, okay,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
For
Well,
me,
Marco-
it was always if the woman feels happier, right on.
Right.
You know, if that's what it's about. You know,
Sure.
it's about body image and this. And that.
Well,
That's
no,
cool,
yeah,
but it's like
That's
attracted
okay.
to.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Not my
Marco
thing.
went the opposite direction you did because he actually moved to LA.
Yeah,
And, he's out there now. and
Just to
he-
find all the
He has
implants.
a girlfriend who's
Yeah.
You know,
He's from
it's-
Italy, and he
yeah.
moved to LA to work in
to
film
play.
and music. And
What's his name?
Marco Bassi.
There's
Our good
probably
friend.
6
shout
degrees
out
of
to
separation.
Marco. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
there's
Who's the guy he's touring with? now?
it's a village.
Lance Lanswell.
Lance Lanswell. Yeah.
What a name! That's a porno.
Yeah,
It is. Speaking of porno, do you wanna hear another song maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Just,
shutting this off. Sorry.
That's
Oh
all
yeah,
right.
we're gonna hear another John Mann Tarmac Strip Grease.
Nice.
Man, what
Say
is up
that-
with it? Wait,
Say
what's
that
up with
10
that name?
times fast.
John Mann Tarmac Strip Grease.
Why
John
that name, man? What's up with that name?
Strip-
Long story short, me and the guys. Shout out to Juanito and to Jimmy.
Juanito. Hey,
We were trying to
Juanito.
come up with a name because I was just throwing together literally this page that you see on Bandcamp. I'm like,
Right.
we need a name. And one of the fellas said, "Oh, you should have your name in it. I know the Catalan, market. You should have John Mann in there." I'm like, whatever. It sounds egotistical. No, don't believe me.
Sure.
And then we were trying to go for John Mann's Velvet Glove, or all this like romantic-y things, these paradoxical, mystical stuff. And
Right.
then my saxophone player Juan, he started throwing in like really stupid, funny shit. I'm like, I like the funny stuff. We're
Right.
going there. So it's like
Tarmac
John
Strip
Mann
Grease.
Tarmac Strip Grease. It's hard to say. It's too long. It's funny. I'm done.
Nice.
It's up
got
on
a
the
lot of
page.
syllables too. It's good.
It's
yeah.
got plenty of everything.
Yeah. Well, let's listen to another one
song,
of your songs, man.
Palenka.
Palenka.
Palanca.
Crowbar.
Palanca.
Crowbar.
Palenka.
All right. Here you go, people. Palanka. Isn't that like a Hungarian drink or something? Like
I'm told it's Spanish for crowbar.
Palanka.
Palanka, and that's what it's slang for the whammy bar on a guitar.
Oh yeah, crowbar.
Okay.
Yeah, crowbar.
Nice. No, I just remember drinking something called, I think it was Palinka in Hungary or something.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Thing, but
yeah,
Palanka. Cool, man. So
I've worked in Hungary.
You've worked in Hungary.
Sure.
I did
Budapest.
I did the Sziget festival. Do you know Sziget is one of the biggest festivals in Europe? It's in outside Budapest on a little island. Everyone's camping for like 3 days.
Don't know
well,
it.
It's cool. I was there with like a bunch of horns and stuff. We had a big brass band way back when.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good time. Shout out to the Brastards.
I love horns.
That was a good album, man.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's just sitting there doing nothing.
Because
no one ever posted it. You never posted it. I posted it a couple times.
Did you?
I think I posted it more than you did.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
It's a great album.
Yeah,
I think that's the one album I actually like that you've done.
Because all the other ones were with you.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one that's without me. That one I like.
That one was.
No, it's a really good album.
I think it is.
Like every song is good.
If you want to check it out, it's called Brastards. I think it's not the Brastards. I think it's just Brastards.
The Brastards.
Yeah,
it's a really good album.
Yeah. You should check it out, John.
Let's complain about something.
Brastards. You want to complain? Okay, let's complain about kids today.
Comedy, man.
Comedy. So, let's have the Louis C.K. debate now. Yeah,
there's no debate.
Yeah,
it was an aside. I would call that an aside.
Okay, Danny, you go first. Louis C.K.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Well, I think like now he's trying to make his comeback, and he's trying new material, and it's not working that well right now. But I think he's gonna get back to his brilliant self that I think he was brilliant before. I think he was like breaking down barriers and crossing lines and just being pretty funny. I don't know. That's what I think.
Okay, I'll tell you what I think. I love Louis C.K. before.
Yeah.
I loved his comedy, his shows, his like television series.
Right.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Then he made some mistakes apparently along the way. He had to stop. His new stuff sounds a little tone deaf to me, but I think he'll find his way. And I think he's a comedy genius that he can make stuff really dark,
right,
and make you accept it as an audience member. Maybe he can't do that anymore. Maybe he has to change his comedy.
Well, that could.
Well, and I think he did some bad things, and he needs to deal with that. But what I don't like is his social justice warriors type stuff, like where a lot of people are saying, no, he can't work anymore. He can't. He can't do comedy anymore.
The committee has spoken.
Yeah, the committee of social media has spoken and said, you cannot do comedy anymore. You have to pay for the rest of your life.
But I don't like him still.
Right.
John, what do you think about Louis C.K.? How come you don't like him?
I don't support the
new
Soviet committee style of damnation in the West.
To me.
Yeah, it's really weird, man.
But why don't you like Louis C.K.? Because I would imagine that
he just never did it for me. That's it. I don't know how.
So who do you like?
Just never did it for me. Doug Stanhope.
Oh yeah.
George Carlin.
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
See that? Because
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, the same world.
Any day, all day.
Yeah.
Louis C.K.
Okay.
Kind of creepy. Actually, I think it's kind of creepy too.
Really?
Yeah,
I like this creep, but
like when he talks about his daughters or something and says "little cunt" or something like that.
From
I
day
love that was
one,
funny,
I
man.
just kind of went, yeah, kind of creepy guy.
Okay,
that's all.
That's cool.
Okay, good luck, man.
Right.
Just
right.
recoil. I don't know.
Yeah, freak you out.
I guess it's like
and you went to
taste
Burning Man.
or.
Oh yeah. You used to go to Burning Man and then you.
I've been like 7 or 8 times. Yeah.
We are very close to Burning Man, yet we find it in our hearts to torture people in Burning Man.
Yeah, we've never been to Burning Man.
I went to the first one.
Even now, though,
I think even if you saw 10% of what it was, you'd still go, "Hey, you know what? That was a bit of all right."
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot of. There was. I mean, I went to the first one.
Now there's 60,000 people there now or something.
Yeah.
There's always buttholes in 60,000 people, and you're gonna run into certain things. But I still think that you'd probably go, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
But I'm not, I'm not raving about it. You must go. It's the most, no, but there's some quality there.
Well, they have the little groups that are they have a group here now that does nowhere.
Sure.
Zaragoza does
See,
it.
you need to, I need to connect you with those people if you don't know them. Like Abby Fantastic. I introduced you to her, right?
She and I are getting to know each other a little bit on Facebook because of you. Yeah.
Yeah. Because she's part of that whole community, and that community is cool as far as they're accepting of doing real things. They always have us play, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they're very cool people to know.
She seems cool, but I've never met her in person.
The whole Burning
maybe
Man.
I did. You know what? Maybe I met her
Man,
actually at La Cobra that night. She might have been there.
Yeah, you did.
That's where I met her.
Abby. Oh, Abby.
Yeah, she came by.
Right,
Yeah.
Shout out to our Burning Man friends.
Yes.
B-Man, baby.
Led by Abby Fantastic with a big baton and a top hat. Yeah.
A big what?
Big baton and a
big baton.
Hat.
John, did you ever know Chicken John?
Chicken John, sure.
Yeah. He's
one of
the. He's kind of one of the.
Chicken John Rinaldi.
Yeah, he's sort of one of the founders of that whole scene in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Circus guy. He has his own circus.
Right.
We're not close friends, but if you said, "Do you know Blue 7?" he'd go, "Oh yeah, I remember that guy."
Yeah, he was authentic.
Yeah,
this guy would throw. He had a bar, the Odeon bar. You remember that bar?
Yeah,
a great bar. I mean, he would throw you out for. He was just. He's a crazy artist.
Did you ever see Stump Dr. Hal? Stump the Doctor?
I was part of the Chris Carney show. Remember Chris Carney? He had a TV show that he filmed there every Sunday, and we had him on. Dr. Hal was part of our show, but Dr. Hal was just crazy.
He's just a repository of information, like a photographic memory. And they have this show where you go and you sit there and you literally try to stump him with questions. And while he's on stage, it's very, very fun.
This bar was the
Norway.
Anything. Anything.
Okay.
It could be deeply philosophical, religious, political, geography. It's just fun to hear him recount stuff too. He has a real way with words, like an old, like sort of carny huckster sort of thing, as he's describing what he knows about these things.
Right.
Fun stuff.
Nothing like that here.
No.
Nothing like that here. So tell us about what your show is, because you were telling us that you like there was a reverse strip show for that song. Yeah.
The mistake that a lot of musicians make when they're putting on musical shows, I believe, is they think it's about them. Everyone's supposed to be paying attention to them. That's the deal. You go, you sit down, you look at them. That's like the opposite of what I try to do. It's not about me. It's about the audience. And so everything that I make in my show, it tries to unify the entire room. The name of the show is called Rotation Station. My band is John Mann Tarmac Strip Grease.
Right.
We also have Rayo, who plays with us as well, and DJ Chalky. Now, what happens is right now there's 2 bands in the show. Later, there'll be 3. 2 bands in the show. The first band comes on and plays 2 songs and then gets off. Then the next band gets on, plays 2 songs and then gets off. Then the first band comes back on, plays 2 songs and goes off. The second band comes on a second time, plays 2. And then we keep doing that. That's why it's called Rotation Station.
Right.
And what that does is literally the musicians become the audience, which become the musicians, and it literally kind of like unifies the whole energy in the room.
Right.
And people love it because they are a part of it. During my band, I have a good friend. Her stage name is Dietrich. And during Palanca, which we played before, she comes out and she does what I call is a reverse strip tease. So she comes out looking very, very sexy, but covered. There's no nudity per se, but she's looking pretty sexy in some lingerie, and she proceeds to put clothes on. Right, and what she puts on is a men's suit. Okay. And then at the end of her dance, at the end of our song, we stop. She walks to the bar and she buys me a shot. Nice. And then it's just those things, those surprising things, these paradoxical things, the opposite of what you expect. It's not you walk in, sit down, one band plays. Okay, there's 7 or 8 songs. Then they take a break. Then the next band plays. Okay, there's 7 or 10 songs. Okay, now you go home after you looked at those guys. It's just like, that format is like for me, it's like the format of a sitcom. It's just like this sort of rhythm that just drives me nuts. I can't do it. I don't like it.
Do you think that served a purpose back when it first came out? The kind of sitcom-y format kind of thing of going to see a band and being in the audience.
Well, of course, obviously. Right. I mean, obviously it works. For me now, though, I'm old. Yeah, I'm really tired of hearing the same rhythm. Sure. You know what I mean? Sure. It's like a rhythm now. Okay, watch the band, and then they take a break, then watch the next band. It's like, what about us, man? It's not all about you. It's about me as the audience guy. Sure.
We did the show one time, and remember we did. I did a show called Navidada.
Navidada. I like the name.
Navidada.
Feliz Navidad.
Christmas show. And we did a show with Amanda Jane, our friend. Yeah. Where we just sat. I was like, I don't want to play music. So, because for the same reason, I didn't. Yeah. We're a band. Why play music? We just sat in chairs. We had 3 chairs set up. We sat there. I had the guitar, but I acted like I was falling asleep and fell off the chair. And I think you guys were just talking about nonsense. And that was our show. We didn't play any music.
No, we had a lot of.
Well, if it has good heart and good spirit and it makes people have a good laugh, fine. But if it seems dark and kind of grumpy, I don't dig it.
Mark was a lot more creative then. Yeah. It saps you're saying. No, I'm just saying.
No, I know.
He dragged me into situations that I would never have gone into.
I get the. I know these people you're talking about. I understand the shows you're talking about.
Yeah. I got tired of trying to do it here.
I don't know much of his history, but I kind of understand what you're talking about.
He's
I think that you should challenge the audience too, to a certain way. Like you're saying,
you should love the audience.
You should love them, or you should hate them.
But that's all you got to do. But show them the biggest love.
But don't assume that they're stupid and they just want to.
I don't.
There. And that's the opposite. A lot of people think a lot of people will be stupid and sit there.
Not if you bring that energy up. It's like everyone just goes, hey,
you don't have to do that. And here in Barcelona, there's a thing where people just go with it. Entertain them, and people sitting there. Okay, I'll be entertained.
Not at my shows.
And nobody's thinking.
Feels like they're a part of it.
Yeah, nobody's thinking. It's like this stupid concert.
That's because nobody's talking to them.
Concert of stupidity.
Like, sit down, watch the 7 songs. Sit down. You know.
Well, you don't have to do that.
It's all about my ego. Big burn.
Yeah, it's like a.
You guys are good though. You guys are good on stage.
Yeah. But I mean, Mark,
I'm not talking about you guys.
Listen to what he's saying, man. You know.
No.
If you think the audience is stupid,
I don't.
Gonna be stupid.
Exactly. Well,
right. No. Yes. I agree, 100%.
I said that. If you think they're like stupid, but don't do that. Challenge them. Play something musically that they might not have heard before, that might be out of their box or their world. And that's and I think we owe it to ourselves as musicians and artists, because that's how the stuff we grew up loving became to be. Because all those people we liked were people who challenged themselves and other people. We don't like people who are boring.
You know who ruined my brain like that? The way that you're describing these guys that were doing challenging stuff. When I was 14 years old, I heard "Babies on Fire" by Brian Eno. Fucked me up from that day forward. And then Greg Ginn from Black Flag.
Yeah. The way he played guitar was just unlike anybody else.
Wrong but right.
Yeah, wrong but right.
Off, but
or even like Hendrix. If you want to be like in the popular world, Hendrix played like you were not supposed to play.
It was just like, what is going on? Yeah. God bless you.
And when we think about, everybody thinks about what they love, unless they're like someone who's into like top 40 music. They like people, and they're influenced by people who broke the modes. And even if you're not talking about artists, you're talking about the things that you have on you, the phones, the clothes, are all by companies who were thinking outside, thinking forward. Apple, Amazon, they're all people who are trying to go somewhere. You might not agree with what they do, but I think to just settle is awful. It's awful.
I couldn't agree with you more.
So,
but we've been in Barcelona for 16 years, and we're finding ourselves a little settled. No,
it's because there's no venues that have that space that holds that space.
I'm tired of trying it.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, you're trying to do it with the Near Death Ensemble also, but
it's tiring me because it's hard to find a place that'll let you do.
He has to go out to Fabra y Puig or wherever that place is.
Coats, to do.
It's Fabra y Coats for the Nagia Magia Roja.
No, for the like Discord thing. Every other city, she went. It's like Discord Records, Fugazi, the whole DC scene thing. Every other city, it's just she went to Europe and USA.
The show you
every
did,
other place, and we'll talk about Europe because it's we think it'd be more and more. But every other city, immediate response. First day, it was pitched to 10 places, money, all this stuff.
Yeah,
Barcelona, even Malaga.
Yeah, it
was like even at a higher level than Barcelona.
Right,
shitty Malaga.
Yeah,
and Barcelona was like, nope.
Yeah,
nope. Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird place.
Yeah,
it is queer to use the old correct term.
Use of it. Yeah.
It's just a queer
city. Yeah,
it's a queer. It's a queer city.
No, I don't think there's much hope in Barcelona. I got to be honest, man. For music, for new, innovative, kind of weird, audience inspired kind of music scene, I don't really think of any place that could really do that. No,
maybe I think probably in Barcelona, Elio Gabo was a place.
Yeah, but that was tiny. It's a tiny little place. I'm thinking of like big venues, and there's just nothing.
I think we should change the name to our show, Mustang Sally.
Yeah,
get the crowd in.
See now,
get the crowd in.
See, like now to break them to be cutting edge. I love to play that song live.
Right, Mark likes to be ironic with it.
No,
he's an ironic.
No one gets it but me. I'm like, I'm playing something I hate.
only I hate it, and only I love it at the same time.
No, I don't love it. I really hate it. It's like,
have you looked for like ironic versions of that song?
No, but I know it shows up in the 10 worst cover song list.
Oh yeah, nice.
If you look for it, worst cover songs.
But you should
always in the top 10.
Yeah.
Like songs you should never.
But it'd be cool
play.
to find like someone who like took
I'm gonna
it
do
and
one.
did it. Yeah, you should, man. We should.
I'm gonna do a spoken word version.
Spoken word version of
Mustang Sally.
I guess you better slow.
But sounding like the captain in Star Trek.
There you go.
Maybe we can hear a song.
Sure, why not? Mark, you're in charge, man.
Oh, this is a good song.
You're looking at the list there.
Cool. Eagles of Death Metal.
What about them?
You like
cool
them?
Band.
What little I know about them, nice ditties.
Nice ditties.
Nice ditties.
All right.
Yeah, they have this really straight. Do you know them?
Nice ditties.
It's the guy from Queens of Stone Age. Sometimes play with them.
Eagles
but they're like this 3-piece that wanted to go back to sexy rock and roll.
Right. Well, let's hear a song.
Yeah.
All right. Christina, what are you going to play?
Hard.
I Want You So Hard.
By Eagles of Death Metal.
All right. Let's hear it.
Rock.
Barcelona City FM.
Waste your time, cause the boys bad news. My friends are talking and they're telling cause the boy's bad news. Oh, I want you so hard, I want you so good. Now take a chance, mama, you know you should. Trust your instincts and let me in. Just be my ride and be my friend. My friends are talking and they're telling you you're wasting your time, the boy's bad news. My friends are talking and they're telling you leave them alone cause it's just bad news. I want you so hard, I want you so good. Can you trust me as you know you could? Trust your instincts and let me in. Just be my ride and be my friend. My friends are talking and they're telling you waste your time cause the boy's bad news. My friends are talking and they're telling you just leave him alone cause the boy's bad news. Bad news.
On the last splash. I know you little libertine. I know you're a real in the shade, in the shade. I know you little libertine. I know you're a cannonball. I'll be your whatever you want. The bong in this reggae song. In the shade. In the shade. Blown to hell, crash. I'm the last one. I'll be your whatever you want. The funk in this reggae sound. Running on anyway, there's the luck you crave. They don't believe it now, just think it's stupid. So gone, anything, anyone could have done. Who would have got it on? Not you. Another heart has made the trade. Forget it, forget it, forget it. I don't understand how a heart is a spade, but somehow the vital connection is made. Running on anything, anything's good enough. Who would have thought it of someone like you? Just as they brought me round, now that they brought you down. Roundabout and roundabout, course of life anyway. Another heart has made the grave. Forget it, forget it, forget it. I don't understand how the last card is played, but somehow the vital connection is made.
I'm sat alone in a boggy marsh, totally motionless except for her heart. Mud flowed up into Lump's pajamas. She totally confused all the passing piranhas. She's Lump, she's Lump, she's in my head. She's Lump, she's Lump, she's Lump, she might be dead. Lump lingered last in line for brains, and the one she got was sort of rotten and insane. Small things so sad that birds could land. Is Lump fast asleep or rocking out with the band? She's Lump, she's Lump, she's in my head. She's Lump, she's Lump, she's Lump, she might be dead. Lump was limping lonely and needed a shove. Lump slipped on a kiss and tumbled into love. She spent her 20s between the sheets, and life limped along at subsonic speeds. She's Lump, she's Lump, she's in my head. She's Lump, she's Lump, she's Lump, she might be dead. Is this love out of my head? I think so. Is this love out of my head? I think so. Yeah. Woo. Is this love out of my head? I think so. Is this love out of my head?
On the air
2,
now.
1.
I think we're on right now.
And my
no?
favorite number is 107.3. Barcelona City FM attached to that number.
And the Lip. This is the Coyote and the Lip show, and we're here with our friend John Mann, who is you go by Blue. I don't know why. Why is
one of my nicknames is Blue 7.
Blue 7.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Blue 7.
Is there a reason or just
is there a Burning Man name?
That's going to take a few pints.
Okay, well, we'll get to it later then.
So we were just having a 90s dance party here in the studio.
Yeah,
None of us were dancing.
You were talking about your friend's band in San Francisco, Smash Mouth.
Yeah, friend of friend. Yeah. But they made a lot of money. They kind of, I think they kind of retired after that. They just lived the life of rock stars without ever having to do anything.
They made one album.
But they got lucky.
They made one album.
I think they made 2 in the end, but yeah, they just
they made a bunch of money from soundtracks.
And they still do. Yeah, the songs are still in like so many movies every year.
I'm so jealous.
Crazy.
Yeah, right.
Sheer envy.
That reminds me of Bruce Springsteen. You got a good Bruce.
Well,
he's a hardworking man.
Well, you reminded me of a theory that I had about,
Mark, you look just
about
like
fame or success or rock stardom or whatever. You know, I've looked at it close, and you could go the route of, you know, you work for decades and decades, like someone like Bruce Springsteen. He started pretty young, and he just every day, man, the guy just hammered it out. And yeah, of course, obviously he became Bruce Springsteen, and I love his songwriting, by the way. But I hated him growing up. Anyway, different story. So
same here.
But I've read a lot of like autobiographies of musicians, of actors, of a lot of different autobiographies. And there's something that struck me. And there's like, it really blew me away. Very often in these autobiographies, I would read like, oh yeah, well, we were sitting around, he decided to start a band, and we knew this guy was a drummer, and this guy, he knew a guitar player, and so we started playing, and we went to this thing, and then boom, we're world famous.
Yeah.
This seems to happen like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like lightning striking.
right.
Success in music or acting or whatever, you know. Very often it's just, you can't plan it.
Yeah.
It's just bam, it happens. You just happen to know this guy who happens to know a guy, and I think about boom, you're famous or you're successful. I see this happening a lot.
Yeah.
And I say that to give encouragement to artists out there. You know, you can only control so much.
It's true.
Sometimes it's just like you really have no control, and it's just fate. Bam, something happens. There's this lightning, this magic thing that just goes, these guys for some reason really do it. Right. And you can't plan that very often. That's my theory.
Sure. That sounds like a fair theory.
You know? Yeah. Danny, did you ever think about when you were a kid being a rock star?
I would like sing along with some of my albums, and I would like imagine myself on stage with the band. Yeah. So I kind of always had a little bit in my head. Yeah.
I mean, you're naked or
sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, when you're on stage.
In your tidy whities.
No, when you're on stage. Did you think that? Were you like a kid thinking about, you know,
not one second, not one time, never. No, not in. I didn't even start learning guitar until I was like 18, and that happened on accident. My friend learned guitar, taught himself guitar in like a month. He was kind of a genius, and so it just kind of rubbed off on me. And you know, I would pick it up for years, put it down. Went through art school. I could, you know, barely had enough time to even hold my head up, let alone, you know, practice another art. You know, I didn't really get into real professional musicianship until my 40s.
Okay.
Well, I'm taking guitar lessons now.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you, Dave Wilkinson, for you know, he's a very patient man.
Oh, good.
Are you still doing one string?
It's all about those.
Like
it's all about those muscles.
Yeah, man, I'm starting to build it up. You know, I got to play 15 minutes every day.
That's your fingers.
But I got to go get new strings because.
Are you playing on your guitar?
On my guitar.
Yeah, acoustic or electric?
It's a Spanish guitar. It's like a Spanish acoustic guitar.
So with a gut string.
Yeah, that's
okay to learn on. That's actually how I learned.
But the lesson we did at his house, I had to pick up his acoustic and use that because of
harder.
Right? It's hard. Yeah, it's hard on the fingers. I got to get calluses.
If you try to learn on a Western guitar, you'll probably quit. It's too hard for beginners.
Right.
I think.
But I think learning electric can be good because then you get it out of the way because otherwise you have to. So you do it on the classical.
Right.
Then you start doing it on steel string and it's a whole other.
If you want to end up playing electric, just pick up an electric.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to end up playing it. I just want to learn something to keep myself.
You could write the next Mustang Sally.
I could write the old Mustang Sally.
Yeah,
you know, Spanish style gut string guitars through distortion is beautiful.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So just plug it in, man.
Right.
It sounds really cool with distortion.
Yeah. They sound great. Plugged in. Yeah.
Christina, did you ever grow up wanting to be a rock star?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Are you sure?
Did you want to be a rock star, or did you ever think about that?
Actually, I grew up in a family that is really creative. My mom, like, she's really creative and she's reading a lot of books and stuff. And imagine that she didn't finish the school, but she's intelligent, really, really intelligent. And she took me to a lot of classes, ballet classes when I was young. I did like everything that I wanted. I went. I wanted to go like to football team. I went to football team.
Okay.
And my favorite thing was when I went to an actor's school, and I went there I think for 5-6 years, and it was really nice. Yes, at that moment I was imagining myself like a biggest actor.
Okay, cool.
Yes. But apparently no,
Well,
didn't work yet.
but you made it here on this show, which is amazing.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
The world
So
famous. So I don't know, man. I don't think we're going to be famous. I mean, I've woken up since I was probably 12 years old. I woke up every day thinking about being famous.
Wow.
And then I cry. And I still do that.
Yeah.
Every day I wake up.
I thought one day I wake up and not want to
Oh,
be
poor
famous,
boy.
and then I just cry, and then
But I mean, who you comparing
No, I don't want to be
yourself
famous.
Who are you comparing yourself to? You know, are you
probably
are you-
Ace Frehley or
Ace
Bono?
Frehley.
Jimmy Page,
Awesome.
Bono,
Bono.
Christina Aguilera, Lady Gaga.
I think of her often when I look at you
Yeah,
and
yeah.
listen to your music.
Right.
Exactly, man. It's cool.
We had a thing called Prank way back.
A show,
when.
yeah, and our whole idea was every show is a prank.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
we
that
would
was
do-
that was the one thing we did where we just sat there instead of playing. We just sat in the chairs.
fell out of the chairs and stuff. But we would do like Britney Spears, "Hit Me Baby One More Time." We would do like a version of that. you know,
Okay.
and, yeah,
But
we had
we're-
Amanda Jane with us on the accordion.
Okay.
We had
Sounds fun.
We had a big band at one point. We had like Fede.
We had a bit,
the double bass guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And you guys put on shows.
Yeah, we did like 3.
we
or
tried,
4
but it was hard
shows.
because like it was creative, so it was hard to find a place to play.
we were always playing this.
Here we are again.
Cueva de los. What is it called? Cueva de. The place where we were
I
always
don't
playing
know.
because we did Acoustic Anarchy there too.
Oh yeah,
Cueva de.
La Coba.
It was Cueva de
Yeah.
something or Cova de something. Yeah. Anyway, but it was another thing. They would have plays and all this stuff.
Yeah,
there,
that place was cool.
but there would be like 10 people in the audience or 20 people.
You know,
in the
I
audience.
have a friend here who has a band, and they're really good, hard rock,
Right.
fun guys, really great energy.
Yeah.
All of our friends go to see them.
Right.
Shout out to Vidus.
Vidus. Okay.
And everyone loves them,
Right.
you know. But I was talking to him one day about what we have talked about here already a couple of times. And I was like, so what's the deal? He's like, well, you know what? It's like, your 50 friends will come, but nobody else will.
Right.
It's kind of like, that's it.
Yeah.
You can't go any bit higher than that. And it's
Yeah,
because the venues don't advertise. They don't put posters. They don't make themselves feel welcome to strangers.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Barcelona's got thousands of little bars. But
Yeah,
they
like I
don't
said,
have-
it's like 1,000 little fiefdoms.
Exactly,
They want to like control their
exactly.
little
It
thing,
is.
and everyone else stay out.
Exactly. And that's what it is.
And that's what it feels like.
yeah.
We got to change the topic. How long have you guys? How long have you guys been doing this show?
This show has been on for, I think, well, he started it first with this guy named Colin.
Yeah.
And,
About 3 years ago almost.
3 years, yeah.
And now we just passed our first year.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been doing it over a year now.
How did you guys end up doing this? How did that?
Well,
Well, we were on as a guest for Rachel Eroff, our good friend Rachel.
Right.
She had a show here,
Yeah.
one of the first shows, and we were a guest. And then I used to actually pretend like I was on a radio when I was a kid too. I did my own shows with records.
Right.
So I was like, oh, wait a minute. Well, because I've done everything I've kind of wanted to do. I try to do, okay, I want to do that. I'm going to do it. And I was like, okay, so I bugged the owner, hey, we have an opening. Let me come on for like
So
9
you
months.
pressed for
And
it.
then somebody was sick and couldn't come on, and I came, and then
Okay, so you made it happen.
yeah, because it was one
Okay,
thing.
cool.
I've worked in porn. I've done.
He's done it
I've
all.
booked shows. I've played naked. I've been gangbangs. I've done everything.
He has played naked, huh?
Yeah.
I'm
I've done
impressed.
everything. In drag, I've done everything. But I also done it.
I used to have a little black number.
Yeah. Nice.
I used to wear a Burning Man.
yeah.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, when you live in California, you get to see so much crazy.
There's lots of freaks
Yeah.
in a
It
good
is
way.
a freaky
In a good
place,
way.
man.
Yeah.
Crazy place, California.
Yeah.
Used to be. Now it's getting really uptight.
Yeah.
man.
Now I'm sure it's different.
Well, it's the left wing, right? It's these like social justice warriors.
Well, that's on the right.
Anything can go too far, and something has gone too far.
Right.
Anything, peach pie, peach pie, peach pie, peach pie. Okay, too much peach pie. Well, it passed a good peach pie, and it's like, okay, you guys, take a breath, get back to your chill vibe a little bit, please.
Okay.
You know, let people have a cigarette on the beach. I know it's shocking.
Right. Shocking. Cigarettes.
But the control mechanisms there now have become, it started off being lax and accepting and free, which allowed everything, which turned into this weird, like, well, we've got to allow everything, so nothing is allowed.
Right.
It's like, whoa, no, don't go there.
Yeah. I mean, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately talking about like safe space and when these words were invented. And I was surprised when they said it was like 2007.
Yeah, a long time.
With the term. No, but it's not that long to me. 2007 is like just yesterday.
It is.
But and how destructive that's been, like the idea of a safe
I think there's
space.
some serious social engineering going on.
Yeah.
And I think that also right now in the United States, there is, I would say, a bona fide culture war occurring. It's a soft war, but there is violence involved, and it's on both sides. And I'm getting kind of a little bit scared.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I think,
because where's that tipping point? These people, both sides, if you want to even say there's only two, there's not only two.
Right.
The right-left paradigm is a bogus concept.
Good point.
It's a bogus concept. Whoever the fuck you are out there, if you disagree with somebody really vehemently, you better go talk to them right now and figure out really what their issues truly are and quit guessing.
Wow.
I think that's true, because I was telling somebody yesterday, like, the problem is, like, this person I know here who was believes in certain things going on here very strongly, and he's on the left, and he feels like the other side doesn't have a right at all.
There is censorship occurring. There is censorship
and
occurring right now in the land of the
free. Both sides don't want to talk. They don't want to communicate. They don't realize that they both exist.
Right.
And there's bad things and good things about both sides, probably. And
the extremes are controlling the dialogue.
Yeah.
Everybody else would be able to just kind of go, oh, that's what you're talking about. Well, okay, that makes sense. But no, there's like this weird, bizarre, polarized control of a lot of the media. It's got to be said. There's a certain kind of control because of Facebook and Google and whatnot. They are censoring people, and I don't care. No better system has been invented yet by man. Freedom of speech is actually a good idea, and that means everyone gets to talk.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Sure.
Because the minute you censor one group, the next group is next. We've learned this throughout history. And the minute you put committees like at Facebook in charge of deciding what is and is not appropriate, welcome to Soviet frickin' Russia, 70s style.
Right.
We will tell you what you should be able to listen to. No, censorship in the media has always been there in the United States. That is,
now, do you think
without a doubt?
Is it fair to say that it's
something's gotten refined and something's really, I think, my friends need to really do some soul searching and look really close. All of my people in the United States need to do some serious soul searching and really look at things and take a breath, because the media there is frothing people into panic. Frothing for clicks, for money. And it's disgusting. I saw a great interview today by this guy, William Arkin. He was on, Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman and those guys.
Yeah. I think I saw anyways. Yeah, but I think I heard a podcast with him. On like Joe Rogan or one of these guys.
And he worked with NBC for a long time. And he just resigned. And his resignation letter, I couldn't have put it better. And he's just saying, you guys are losing your mind. You're creating a lot of bad stuff. For what reason? You better start thinking about it. And he's like, I'm out of here. You guys are really causing damage. There's a lot of social engineering right now that's happening over there.
Now, do you think, I hate to bring him up, I'm sorry, but do you think Trump is
the orange one?
The orange one is a result of that?
I think he's a symptom.
He's a symptom
of what's happening, and he's a lightning rod.
Right.
And my biggest hope is that because people are panicking so badly that they are actually trying to investigate how the world really does work and who really owns the levers of power, who's really in charge, and what are we really looking at. So, when I left in 2003, part of the reason why I left was because of all these endless wars. It's like, I'm not going to sit in Hollywood polishing a chair while that part of the propaganda machine supports this endless war and shows like Jerry Springer. No, bad idea, all of it. And my point was going to be,
well, I asked you about the orange one, but,
right. Until I used to tell people many years ago that nothing will change in the United States unless everything melts down. There will be no change unless there's complete destruction. I hope that people during this destruction are trying to figure out how the world really does work and address it and quit the endless wars. We're being ripped off. We're being had. Quit believing these news agencies that are just fomenting panic. Step back, take a breath, because being in panic is not the best place to make decisions.
You heard it here first on our show. John Mann,
Don't
Blue
panic.
7 is saying ignore the panic and just hone in on your own spiritual self.
I don't think.
Now, I don't want to put any words in your mouth, but that's what he said.
That's the perfect summation.
Said.
So what do we do to make change? Because we all, it seems like everybody wants change. People on the right, the extreme right, the left, the extreme left, everybody wants change. Is that the only way, that we just kind of destroy everything?
Go out and listen to this interview by William Arkin on Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman, which came out recently, and listen to that man's words and actually try to imagine that that's wisdom, and that's a good place to start.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, can you send that to me?
Yeah.
Come on, get to work.
Sure.
Get to work.
No. Well, we have to post on our page. Why don't we listen to a song? A song that
This is a song that I picked for you, Danny, because it reminds me of you.
Is it Mustang Sally?
No, but that's a good choice for the next song.
All right. Okay. Well,
The song
apparently
is called "A Girl Like You."
Oh, nice. Thank you, sweetie. All right. Well, this is Barcelona City FM, and we're Coyote and the Lip, and we've got our guest John Mann here, and we're gonna listen to one of Mark's amazing selections.
90s party today.
90s party from Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Uncha.
Let's try it. Let's do it.
Now, just like in a song from days of yore, here you come a knocking on my door. Well, I've never met a girl like you before. Give me just a taste, so I want more. Now my hands are bleeding and my knees are raw. 'Cause now you got me crawling on the floor. And I've never known a girl like you before. Acknowledge the devil in me. I hope to God I'm talking metaphorically. Hope that I'm talking allegorically. Know that I'm talking about the way I feel. And I've never known a girl like you before. Never known a girl like you before. much. Don't feel that I belong. Too many protest singers, not enough protest songs, and now you come along. Yes, you come along. And I never met a girl like you before.
Yeah. Okay.
John, how was the bathroom? How do you find the bathroom?
Down and to the right.
I mean, but how did you find it?
Was it clean?
Turned left at Greenland.
Was it clean? No, but speaking
Thank you very much.
Speaking of bathrooms,
I'll be here till Wednesday.
What do you think about this whole new thing that you can social justice and all this whole thing where you can make a mistake a long time ago, and now you have to pay the price, and maybe you have to pay the price for the rest of your life or your career for something you did 10 years ago that maybe was wrong.
How do you pay the price? By like the audience?
Well, because people are saying, okay, well, you shouldn't be doing comedy or you shouldn't be doing music or movies anymore because you've done something.
If you murdered somebody, you go to jail. If you whistled at a girl, get over it.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's there's a whole spectrum of things.
That's old-fashioned thinking,
yeah,
young man.
Yeah,
that's
well.
I am old. Sorry.
I think in France they've now made it illegal to
whistle at a woman.
Cat call.
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
it's actually illegal. They give you a fine. And,
cool. Yeah, right. Yeah.
But I had a friend come last year, Michael.
Good luck.
Remember Michael came on the show, and he has been to Europe several times, and he is a very open-minded California guy. He was telling me, look, I like the women in Europe. Now, this is kind of, maybe it's sexist, but he's like, I like the women in Europe because the women can decide whether they want to be, how they want to be. If they want to be classically what's considered feminine or not. Mm-hmm. And in USA, it seemed like that's been taken away from women in a way.
I married a Polish woman because in Poland, women still like to be women.
Yeah.
They have power. They don't feel weak.
Yeah.
They love being women.
It's almost
they
in
don't
USA.
feel lesser. It's
exactly.
Like, I'm a woman. I have power.
Yeah.
It's feminine power.
Yeah, exactly.
There's in every country, there's lesbians who don't get into it, or people, tomboys, like whatever. My wife can get on the back of my motorcycle, or she can put on the heels and be feminine. And she's just like, there's like not an issue.
Yeah, you have a choice. In the USA,
United States,
some people say there's no choice.
They're being told that, making a meal for a man is like slavery.
Yeah.
It's like, well, but I'll make dinner for you the next night. It's kind of nice, isn't it? No, I'm never going to do that because that's patriarchy or something.
Yeah.
It's like, well, good luck. That's why I left.
Yeah.
Feminists drove you out?
I am a feminist Nazi. I'm a feminazi.
I support healthy feminism. My famous feminist writer is Camille Paglia.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
70s, read the first 80s.
What's that?
70s, 80s.
She is still rocking.
Yeah.
She is still rocking. She's a rock star as far as feminism.
So how did she affect you? How did she influence you?
I read the first chapter of a book that she made in the 80s, I believe, called Sexual Personae.
Okay.
And it was, I grew up in California. I grew up around feminism. It was ground central for United States feminism was California. And my whole life, it's always been that way. And that's good. Equal pay for equal work, baby. No doubt about it.
Right.
Yeah. Everyone gets respect across the board. Like with many things, it can go too far. Telling women that they're nothing but a victim, and that's it, and it's always been like that during history, I think is a violence to young women's minds. What do you think?
For now, I'm following you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so when I read Camille Paglia's first chapter of Sexual Personae, it blew my socks off.
Okay.
I had to read one sentence and then stop and just drink it in. It was so dense. It was just these dense sentences and dense paragraphs. One paragraph and sit there and take a sip of water and kind of just. And I thought it was so healthy-minded, yet 100% feminist that I went, "You're my girl." And she's always been my girl.
She's been your girl.
That's kind of sexist, John.
Yeah. You can't say that. You can't say
Girl.
But I think it works with men.
If she was here, I would give her 2 big fat Italian kisses on all 4 cheeks.
All 4 cheeks. Nice.
Do you think with this new level of PC behavior, political correctness behavior, that we're kind of being told not to be our human, almost in a way?
Not being told not to be human.
Yeah, we're actually, it's kind of infringing on our humanity.
Well, they're trying to balance everyone out and socially engineer us to be the same, equality, equity. No, among and that's not. This is
in fact. You guys are now touching what everyone's trying to figure out.
Yeah,
in the U.S. anyway.
Which is.
Well, they're asking these questions. Right. Is this good or is it not?
Right.
Yeah.
Which parts are good? Which parts are not? This is the dialogue right now.
Sure.
It's like, this seems fair. This seems good-minded, but why does it feel unhealthy? Well, let's discuss it. That's what's happening.
Sure.
So if you're asking me what I think, depends which particular thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
People are trying to blanket everything with like one rule or something, and it's like, no, man, that ain't working. No.
But I think
everything's a situation by situation, topic by topic thing. But people are falling in line with like, nope, there's one answer, that's it.
Yeah,
across the board. No intellectual rigor. Just I've got my rule. Oops. Yep. Got my rule. I'm going to apply it. Won't.
Right.
Sometimes good, sometimes not.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think we're doomed.
Tell us a joke.
No, because I would get in trouble with somebody. I would get in trouble with somebody.
His jokes are always offensive.
I hope no one actually goes back and listens. Hey,
what?
Somebody go back and listen so I can get famous, because there's lots of stuff I said that was very, very bad.
You haven't said nearly as much as our guest has today.
Not today. I'm trying to let him. I invited you on the show to bury your career, John.
Yeah, you're trying to.
I'm trying to tempt you into burying.
So what's
I've been attacked by a journalist before. It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. You.
No, I was just going to ask what's next for you. I was going to ask like what your next project is, because I don't know how much luck you're going to have in Barcelona trying to put on a show. You can keep trying.
Well, you just got back from Asia. What? So what were you doing there? That's an interesting story.
I was working on a animated feature, 3D animated feature
for
a Korean company called Mofac. Hello, Mofac.
Mofac. All right.
And what kind of? It's a kind of a cool.
It's I'm not at liberty to tell you everything about that, but it's based on a little-known Charles Dickens writing that he made for his children.
Okay.
It's a children's film.
Cool. But you worked in a lot of movies back in the day.
Yeah, I still work in them.
Yeah. Like what? What might have we have seen?
Well, no, my first film was Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone.
Right. I never saw that.
Yeah, that's an old one, man.
Nick Nolte. Okay.
A bunch.
The ones that you'd know, like Men in Black 2.
Okay.
Stuart Little.
Right.
Iron Man 2.
Right.
The first XXX, the last XXX.
Right.
A lot of action stuff. That's why I'm moving into animation. I'm moving into children's animation, because what people don't understand about storyboarding is when you're storyboarding live action, very, very often you're storyboarding violence. It's people running to and from their death in new and interesting ways. And I really am not into meditating on violence.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? Violence?
Well,
you mean like it's part of the story of the movie?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
because what
it's a negative.
Usually what you storyboard in films is only the stuff that is technically difficult.
Yeah, exactly.
Not all the time. often people will storyboard everything because often everything is very difficult, especially big action pictures. There's chase scenes, there's visual effects, there's animation. You got to plan it out to make a game plan, to even figure out first if you can afford it, then lets everyone know what they need to bring to set on that day. And all these little pictures, all these little drawings, they add up to like, a picture's worth 1,000 words. It's like to let everyone know this is what we're thinking. Oh my God, then I got to bring this camera and these lights and these costumes need to be ready and da-da-da-da-da. So it's a way to like unify a very complex machine. Very often what needs the most unification, because it's the most expensive, tends to be the action sequences. Right. People running to or from their death. They got to plan these things out. They're very expensive. There's crowds there. There's people running around. There's got to have that right lighting for that gunshot and all this stuff. So you end up drawing a lot of violence.
Okay. And for you,
in live action. So I'm getting into animation because
stuff. Yeah.
And there's more real visual story that you can sink your teeth into.
I saw a great kids movie. Sorry, now we're talking about kids movies last week. Paranorman. You know this movie Paranorman? It's a big Hollywood movie. It was the first movie where they printed. It's shot in what's it called, in stop motion.
Mm-hmm.
But the first movie where they 3D printed everything in the movie. It's incredible.
What's the story?
Paranorman. It's about this kid who sees all the ghosts of the town.
Sounds wonderful.
All the dead people of the town, and nobody else can see them. And then there's a story that goes.
Is it good?
It's a really good story. It's got like a lot of famous actors as the voices, but it's really
story's the most important thing.
It's incredible. What if you look on YouTube and you find like the behind the scenes?
I'll for sure check it out.
Amazing, because they built
I've never
this.
heard of that. Yeah.
They built this miniature world
but
they 3D printed everything. 3D printed everything.
Right.
Pretty amazing.
I'll check it out.
Nice. It's trippy. It'd be a good stoner movie.
Okay, well that's good.
Do you like stoners? Like, what's your like?
You get high?
Do you work for any policing agencies?
No, I don't.
But now there's a lot of kids stuff that's perfect for getting high. It's almost like
kids stuff.
It's almost like they make the movie. You know how they make a lot of movies and series that have two levels of comedy. One the kids will get, one the parents will get. Now they seem to make a third level to get high, because there's a lot of kids stuff that's really popular in US in the college campuses.
Right. The stoner community.
Yeah, like Adventure Time. You know Adventure Time? Great.
I love it.
Adventure Time, you would love. It's on
Adventure Time.
It's on Netflix. It's like a Rick and Morty for kids.
Okay.
And it's trippy, totally trippy. It's
I love Rick and Morty.
surreal.
Yeah, Rick and Morty.
And there's so many crazy like jokes that you're like, I can't believe they put that in that kids show.
Wow.
It's super popular.
Adventure Time.
It's won Emmys. It's won. But it's crazy.
Isn't it amazing since The Simpsons?
It's great, no?
Since The Simpsons blew the door open, what amazing animation has happened since then.
Yeah.
I was talking earlier about working that very, very first storyboarding gig was for RoboCop, right? Saturday morning cartoon. The worst dreck in the world we were creating back then.
Right.
And now the animation world is just amazing.
Like Gumball, Gumball? Another one.
There's a billion of them now. I don't know.
Gumball is incredible. But the animation, there's like 4 styles at one time of like animation.
Awesome.
And it's really, there's some incredible stuff going on.
Thanks for Gumball, Popeye.
And there's a third level where they're definitely making it. Apparently, I've read about this, where they're making it for people getting high.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna go get high and watch some of that stuff.
Yeah, look up Adventure Time. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's really good stories.
Cool.
It's like a Rick and Morty light.
I'm gonna check it out. I am. And I had "Love It to Death" by Alice Cooper written on here for some reason. I don't know what that is. But
what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's because
the album.
I played. And you were like, "Oh, it's a great album. It's a great album."
Right. Okay.
Every song is good on that.
You know "Love It to Death" by Alice Cooper.
Very old, from the 70s.
It's actually, I think, an album I don't know much
That's
of.
its own Black
and
Juju.
I do really consider myself an Alice fan.
Well,
that's a great album.
Really?
Every song.
Here.
All right.
Adventure Time, Gumball, and then "Love It to Death" by Alice Cooper. I think that's the best way to wrap up the show today.
We're done already.
Well, yeah, she's telling me that we're done. So
Oh yeah,
bossy.
Yeah, we made it. That was 2
we
hours.
still have 10 minutes. Not
still
even,
have-
but yes.
But we're gonna play some music.
See,
and-
women
yeah.
control the world.
She
Exactly.
does. No, they do, and I don't mind.
I don't mind
I'm
at all.
so happy
She's
that we
fine
can
with
control
that.
that.
Right?
Well,
Who wants to run the whole thing?
This is a perfect example. We had a man doing this before, and he
He
screwed
terrible.
everything up.
He was terrible.
We got a woman here, and
Yeah.
the first moment,
It's
everything is good and smooth.
It's true.
Let the ladies take care of it all, man.
Before Jan was well. Anyways, shout out to you.
You know,
Jan.
because
we
men-
love you, Jan. But
you got to choose somebody better than Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. I hate
that's true,
it, but men are retarded. Let's just say it.
Or-
Men
or
are
We're
retarded.
We share
socially
we
inept.
share the work. We balance. It's
I agree.
balance,
I don't
man.
agree.
I'm
with you,
retarded.
Mark. Yeah, maybe you're.
Yeah,
You're
see,
retarded.
I can't say that
girl-
word.
My girl
Oh, I
cooks.
just said that word
My girl
retarded.
cooks for me all the time, but I clean
I just-
everything.
I just said
Attaboy.
I know
retarded.
you said retarded. It's
Attaboy.
okay. You can say
No,
retarded
you cannot say it.
on
You
our show.
cannot
You
say
can.
it.
On this show, you
I'm
can.
going to be penalized.
Say it.
by
You are banished.
I'm banished from.
As Joe Rogan says, retarded means that it is not advancing.
I know.
Retarded. It
That's
has
the
a
word.
literal
I know.
definition. and
I
that's
love
what-
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is that sensible. Do you know Joe Rogan?
Anyway, we have to.
Often I like him.
Often you like him. But
Yeah.
not,
You know-
not all the time.
Oh yeah, we need some photos.
Yeah, I don't agree with
Oh,
anybody.
we have
100%.
we have hey, we need some photos.
Yes.
But
On air? You want
Joe
us to, like,
Rogan
take-
would be great.
To get on as a guest?
Yeah,
he
I
would
was
be
call him
great.
up.
Let's
That'd be
call up
awesome to have Joe Rogan on your show.
Yeah.
But this year, I do have a real MMA fighter coming
Okay.
who did stuff in UFC.
Okay.
He's from here.
Mm.
He'll be one of our future guests. A
Ah,
real MMA fighter.
Cool.
I have a woman
Real,
coming on
Not a fake one.
that does sex parties,
Nice.
swinger parties.
Oh, I want to know her.
The biggest, the biggest ones in Catalonia.
Okay.
That'll be a good guest.
Cool.
Yeah,
Any-
we should play sometime.
play on the air. This is all
Yeah.
over the. You're like ADDing me.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
I can say ADD.
No, but you can't. You can't.
I
Lose,
can't.
use it loosely.
Why are you always telling me what I can't do when
Control
really,
freak.
Exactly, man.
I'm socially engineering you.
That's right.
Social engineering you.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm
guys,
tweaking knobs.
I think this show has finally reached the peak.
Peak
ADD,
ADHD.
ADHD, OCD,
retardo. Peak
yeah,
retardo.
retarded level. So I think we're gonna end it with some music for you guys. But John Mann,
Thank
Blue
you.
7, thank you so much for coming on and hanging with us this whole
Thanks.
time.
Yeah, you guys are great. I can't wait to see you guys play live soon.
Yeah,
thanks,
we'll
John.
why don't you try and get us a show, man?
Yeah.
Come on.
I got the place.
Which one?
I'm serious. Navas. In Navas.
Ah, okay. We got to go to Navas, but neither of us drive. But
In the Metro Navas.
okay, we can go to
Little-
Navas.
I don't take the
3
Metro.
blocks from there.
I don't leave my house.
Mark doesn't leave his house. But thanks a lot for coming out and telling us about all your adventures and life and philosophy and politics and
Blar, blar,
et cetera.
blar.
No, but it's good. We need shows like this.
For a guy, it's okay.
Yeah, you're not bad for a guy. What do you think, Christina? Is he okay?
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. And we're gonna play a song now. I don't know what it is, but
I don't know either.
okay, Mark's not even gonna bother looking. He's just gonna
Oh yeah,
Throw a dart.
wait.
Hobo Johnson. Do you know this guy?
Hobo Johnson. Never heard him.
Young guy from Sacramento. He's like 21. He was living in his car. Homeless guy.
Okay.
Who made some videos on YouTube, and everyone loved it. And then he won the NPR Tiny Desk contest to go
Right.
in there.
Right.
Those are great.
He
So-
does this sort of kind of back sort of rap stuff. It's really good stuff.
Cool.
He
All
does like
right.
spoken word poetry. It's incredible. Young kids.
Okay. So
No, at the end.
at the end,
Peach Scone is the name of
Peace
the song.
Scone. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been our pleasure to present to you the Coyote and the Lip Show on Barcelona City FM 107.3. And Mark, do you want to say goodbye to our listeners?
Goodbye.
John, you want to say a
Ciao, ciao.
shout out to anybody or goodbye or anything you want to promote real quick?
Hello, Mom, and hello, Maja.
Okay. No promotion.
Somebody out there, please find a good venue to put on the best show in town that has good energy.
There we go, man.
And send in the message to these guys.
yeah, send it in. All right, guys. Have a good day, a good weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Zoinks.
He writes stories. He's a writer, little writer boy. He falls in love with the girl. Girl already has a boyfriend. She kind of loves him back, but not really. They're just really good friends. And that's fine. He understands. It's rational. Hi, what's your name? How are you? How's your life? Oh, you got a man? Are you in love? So what type? Is it just platonic, strictly just as friends? Or the type that ties you two together till tomorrow's end? If it is, disregard every time I call you pretty, though it's meant sincerely. It's just my imagination drifting. brush me off like the dirt on Jay-Z's shoulder. So I fall to the ground, collect myself, and get ready to take over your heart. Or at least your spare time. And I love the thought of being with you. Or maybe it's the thought of not being so alone. Hey, the second one's way sadder than the first one, but I don't know. I love the thought of being with you. Maybe it's the thought of not being so alone. The second one's way sadder than the first one, but I don't know. We should go and get a freaking cup of coffee, and I'll act friendly. And I won't pull any stunts, but I'm a little stunt puller from birth. So I don't know what to tell you if I try to confess my love for scones. I just want to say something real quick, please. Just listen. I love these scones. Just diversity to the selection they have here: the blueberry, the raspberry, strawberry, pumpkin, even, which is basically a freaking squash. And then make a scone out of a freaking squash. Oh, wow, that shit blows my mind. That's Elon Musk just in his little lab cooking up, baby. But what were you talking about? Oh yeah, your boyfriend made you mad the other day? Well,